And we spoke already that pandemic was one of wars what are presently happening. We have now big war in Ukraine. Also, there is a war in Gaza. They are preparing for new war. Who knows when and where will start. They are planning to take over the world. Everybody is talking about one world government. What do you think? What kind of tools will use against us to succeed in these goals? What everybody is talking about, we cannot prove, but we can see that this net, what they are building, is getting stronger and stronger.
Well, this group is old. This isn't the first time they've done this. All the world wars have been very similar, orchestrated purposely. These were not organic, and they are to rule by emergency. This group knows that in war, houses can be stolen, bank accounts can be looted, gold can be acquired, art can be sequestered, the rights can be removed, because that's what war is all about. So this group loves war because it can rearrange borders, it can subvert human rights, and this is why they love war. Every time, say, Benjamin Netanyahu, he has charges against him pending inside Israel for corruption, but as long as there's a war, they postpone the court dates. So, of course, there's a massive incentive there for that particular prime minister to perpetuate the wars that he's in. And this group, they will use war, but more importantly, they will use the tactic of rule by emergency. They will say food emergency, food supply chain emergency, currency emergency, climate emergency, equity emergency, virus emergency, health emergency, because every time inside the laws that this group has worked on formatting for 50 or even 100 years, they've already written into the legal code that when they can declare emergency, you lose all your human rights. And that should have been the first red flag at the time where these laws were instituted worldwide, maybe at different years, but very close to around the same decades, is that they love emergencies because once an emergency is declared, you lose your human rights. But again, the human rights aren't given to us by them. They're given to us by God. So if they're given, again, you can see the pattern. They're hoping you go along with it and forget that your human rights are gifted to you by God, not a bunch of beta males and mental defectives that have somehow manipulated your reality. And that's very important to remember.
Yes, there is some attempts to give them a power to make new emergency situation of international concerns. First, a big attempt was new treaty of World Health Organization, but they haven't succeeded because everything what was against people, they removed from this treaty. And now they are trying with these international health regulations to save what they can save for the future. But we have at the same time document from United Nations, and this document is Pact of the Future. In this document, they are planning 7 different emergency situations in which cases we will give them, these unelected bureaucrats, to run these emergency situations. That means they are legally preparing us for potential emergency and to give them our human rights to lead us, for sure, with these tools, what we are discussing today.
Yeah, absolutely. This group never stops. Let's be honest. If you were part of a family that had 3 generations of plumbers, plumbing is all you know. This group, all they know is trickery, poisoning, psychological manipulation, brainwashing, and greed. That's all they know. And politics has become a lightning rod for the most mentally defective of this group. So there's more of this group that are not in the positions of power, and they're always trying to leapfrog each other into these official positions of power because they've been abused themselves, as you can see through historical records. They've been abused, and once someone is abused, they're very likely to abuse other people. These are very dangerous people that should not be leading anybody. They don't deserve to be in the leadership positions. And if we keep speaking our minds and are willing to suffer just a little bit, because for us to get them out of power, there'll be a little bit of suffering, but they've repetitively changed our belief in how we're supposed to live, where we need air conditioning, we need cigars, we need coffee, we need alcohol, and that's the cheese in the mousetrap that will snare and get the mousetrap to get fall on the neck of the average person, because they're going to try and make us do everything. They're going to hold our food back, hold our money back, hold our shelter back, hold our travel back. But if we all just said no and learned to suffer a little bit, just like I'm not a biblical person, but just the path of Jesus Christ, we can't. The road to getting out of this will not be paved in gold in good times. And it's that belief. The average person's been weakened so much, they're fattened on gluttony and luxury and perpetual laughter and sports ball games. That person will get sucked into the 15-minute city. They don't want you alive in the 15-minute city. That will be where your life ends. And they will tempt you in with all the temptations of evil, and it will really be up to each and every person if they will use their free will accordingly.